I am that I am Harrison Lamont Bay, all lowercase letters. I'm here to tender a special deposit to the court and make the clerk fiduciary.
I don't have time for this.
All right, folks, today we're dealing with one of the goofiest looking sovereign citizens I've ever seen, hands down. And trust me, that's saying something. Not only does this guy look the part, but let's just say, he's not exactly operating with a full deck. He's got the whole sovereign citizen routine memorized like a script, but in this case, he takes it to a whole new level of absurd. You know it's bad when the defendant walks into court acting like he's cracked some secret code the rest of us missed. Let me know in the comments on a scale from 1 to 10. How ridiculous do you think this guy is? And honestly, what do you make of these sovereign citizens in general? They've never won a case, yet they keep showing up like they're about to rewrite the law. Anyway, enough of me ranting. Let's dive right into the madness.
All right, Lamont Harrison Lemon, the second. That's the gentleman with the Fez hat on, headgear on. Can you unmute yourself, please, sir? Is he connected to audio?
It appears so.
Lemon Bay, Harrison Lemon Bay. Can you hear me, sir?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning to you.
How are you?
Okay. Are you the second or the third?
I'm here on behalf of the third.
The third. Okay. In I guess it's the second as well. This is the city of Detroit versus Harrison Lemon Bay the third. Straight that. This is the state of Michigan versus Harrison Lemon Bay the third. Case number SX 419-5968. Counts 1 and counts 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, sir.
Your Honor,
Mr. Berry, I think he's representing himself.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And add count 3 to that. Add count 3 to that record as well. Or count 2 to that. Or 1 to that record as well. So count 1, 2, and 3. Let me have that other. I believe. State your name for the record, Mr. Lemon the third.
Yes, I am that I am Harrison Lamont Bay, all lowercase letters. And I'm here on behalf of Harrison Lamont third.
Well, I've never heard of the all lowercase letters. What does that mean?
It means that the name is to be spelled with all lowercase letters, not all capital letters, not part capital and lowercase, strictly all lowercase.
All right, I've heard some wild excuses from sovereign citizens over the years, but this one might take the cake. Apparently, this guy thinks he's exempt from the law because he writes his name in lowercase letters. Yeah, seriously. According to his logic, if his name isn't capitalized, he's not a legal person and therefore can't be held accountable for anything. As if ignoring basic grammar suddenly grants you immunity from the justice system. It's like they think bad punctuation is some kind of legal force field. Let's be real, no court anywhere is going to let you slide just because you decided to skip the shift key. This isn't some magical loophole. It's just a pathetic attempt to twist legal terminology and play games with semantics. Lowercase letters don't separate you from the system. They just make your argument look dumber. And let's be honest, whether he says it in lowercase, uppercase, or emoji, this guy's still going to be found guilty. But what do you guys think so far? Especially about that goofy little hat, because, wow, I cannot take this dude seriously.
So today is the date and time set for a pre-trial in the matter. How do you want to proceed, sir? I know you filed some documents with the court, and I did have those up in my chambers. But how do you want to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm the surety on behalf of the principal debtor, Strawman Harrison Lamont III. I've given the court notice weeks in advance. I'm here to tender a special deposit to the court and make the clerk fiduciary, the prosecutor, as well. And I'm looking for a plea of release today. Will you grant a plea to release?
No. I can grant you a pre-trial. I can grant you the opportunity to speak with the city attorney, or I can grant you a trial date by judge or by jury.
Yeah. So
What would you like to do, Mr. Lemon Bay?
well, do you mind if I ask a couple of questions? Just want to make sure that I'm comprehending. So, as you gave the name, I heard you mention a few different names. I heard you mention Harrison Lamont, Bay the third, and then a Harrison Lamont the second, and various different names. I just want to make sure that I'm clear on who or what it is that we're here to discuss, because I don't want to speak on behalf of.
It does have an error. It does have an error. It appears to be an error on the computer here. So entry date, one of the counts was entered into as one count was entered into as Harris Lemon third. The other count was Harris Lemon second, and the other count was entered Harris third Lemon. So I think that's just a typo. There's the nature of the offenses. There's the misdemeanor case is driving around a valid operator's license, no ops on person, and that is a 93-day punishable by the maximum possible penalty, 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. And you have two civil infractions, one expired plates and the other one speeding at 16 to 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. So those are the nature of the charges. I'm going to offer you an opportunity to mitigate this by taking the better driver's course, sir. I'm going to put that in the chat if you choose to. And I can give you time to do that. If not, you can set it for a trial date or whatever set it for a trial date or speak with the city attorney today. What would you like to do?
I'm really, again, I'm ultimately I'm here to tender special deposit and settle the charges, make the clerk fiduciary.
When a sovereign citizen says they want to tender a special deposit, it's usually just another bizarre attempt to dodge responsibility. What they think they're doing is offering some kind of mysterious financial tools, something they claim counts as payment or security to settle debts, fines, or taxes. But in reality, it's total nonsense. These so-called special deposits have zero legal standing and no actual financial value. It's just another made-up tactic in the sovereign citizen playbook, designed to confuse courts or delay consequences. At the end of the day, it's just their way of saying, I want to get out of paying my debts without actually paying anything.
You settle it by pleading to taking a plea today, paying the fines, or taking it to trial, see if you can do better at trial. You have a right to a trial by judge or jury, and that's it. Those are your only options, sir.
I'm looking for a plea to release. Are you stating that there's no offer of equity in this matter, Your Honor?
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we're gonna move on. So I don't have time for this.
Would you like to speak to an attorney? Would you like to speak to an attorney, sir?
I don't. I'm not for counsel.
Okay. Well, we're gonna pass the matter and we're gonna move on, and he can just watch and see how it works in here, because I have too many people that are waiting that want to be heard and hear their claim, and I don't understand what you're saying. I've given you your options, and you can sit back and ponder those. I'll give you time to ponder those options. Other than that, sir, I don't know what else to tell you. All right, let's move on. Next time. No, I've already answered the questions I'm going to answer. No, please mute your device And you either take the offers that I've given you, speak with the attorney, or take the deal, or set the matter for a trial date. Those are your options.
Maybe set the matter for trial.
Set the matter for trial. Okay, I'm gonna give you a trial. Now, do you want it trial by judge or jury, sir?
Your Honor, by a jury.
Okay, jury trial. Can I get a jury trial date, please? Let's do June the 2nd. June the 2nd. We're doing this in the afternoon as well.
But we have to set a pre-trial.
Yeah, we'll set the pre-trial. So your next court date is going to be a final pre-trial, sir. Final pre-trial will be June the 1st, 6/1/2023 at 8:30. And then we'll set the jury trial date for the next day at 9:30 on June the 2nd. So your next action date that you need to appear is June the 1st at 8:30. And then the next day we'll have the jury trial at June the 2nd, 2023. I have received your motions. If you have any more motions, make sure they're in before the June the 1st date, and then we'll proceed with picking a jury and setting a jury panel at 9:30 on June the 2nd. You don't have any further questions, Mr. Lemon Bay, then have a very good day, sir, all right?
There is absolutely no way this guy wins that jury trial unless he somehow manages to find the dumbest people on earth to sit in that jury box. I mean, seriously, the logic he's throwing out there is all over the place. You can't just show up spouting bizarre theories, tossing around made-up legal terms, and expect to walk out of court a free man. That's just not how the justice system works. Unless he's planning to pull a miracle out of his goofy little hat. Yeah, let's talk about that hat for a second. This guy is not winning any points in court. Like, what is going on with that thing? Either he's hiding the world's worst haircut, or he's actively competing for the title of Courtroom Clown of the Year. The whole look screams, I gave up on trying, and maybe, just maybe, he should have tried a little harder. But honestly, I can't be the only one wondering. How does anyone think this strategy is a good idea? Sovereign citizens keep showing up with this nonsense like they're about to outsmart the entire legal system with gibberish. And spoiler alert, they never do. The law doesn't care about your lowercase letters. It doesn't care about your fake Tinder or made-up filings. It cares about facts, evidence, and real arguments, not empty words strung together to sound smart. So what do you guys think? Does this guy have any shot of winning? Or is this just another complete waste of the court's time? Let me know in the comments. I always love reading what you all have to say. You guys never fail to crack me up, and I appreciate every bit of it. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.